put it up there for anybody who didn't make it. Okay, so I've just got this little list here. This probably won't take us more than 10-15 minutes. It's good to see everybody, and I know that with the announcement on Tuesday, I think we all were kind of, I was one of those things where I was shocked but not surprised, if that makes sense. Mr. Fortenberry and I were like, we kind of in our gut knew that it was probably going to happen, but when it happened, we were like, did that really just happen? So I know it's just been kind of a shocker for everybody, and I don't know what all is going to happen. Mr. Fortenberry and I talked at length about different stuff, which none of this is official, but it was just things that we talked about and suggestions that he had, and we talked about things like graduation and prom and all the fun stuff, but then on top of it, we were talking about how we're going to close down school. And today, I think our administration is meeting, so hopefully we'll have more ideas about what's to come. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we get to number 4. So does anyone have any questions on any of the assignments other than the project? Anything? Everybody seems to be turning in stuff, but we kind of went to like a little lull in y'all turning in this past week. Y'all were doing good last week, and this week I haven't had as many assignments turned in. So please make sure that you get the worksheets done, you get the grouping activity done, and don't forget you have 2 current events. I went ahead and did one every week just so we'd have enough grades. So if you'll go ahead and get those in if you've not done them yet. All right, so then that brings us to the project. And of course, the project is taking the place of your test, because I just felt like a test compared to a project, the project would cover the same curriculum and it would be a little less monotonous. So on the project, does anyone have any questions? Now I'm kind of letting you have free reign of this. You can be as creative as you want, or you can be as boring as you want. I want to see something, good, something top notch. I've had 2 submitted. Tate submitted hers to me, but we had some audio issues, so I'm gonna go back and check on that. Then Cameron submitted his to me, but it's blank. So when you submit it, give me a little bit, but be sure you go back and check your comments, because this is a little different than just a Google Doc or a Word doc or a picture. We may have a little snag here or there. And now after I'd signed it, I realized there were some cooler ways that we could have done this. But you can do whatever you want to. Like, I know some of y'all like to TikTok. You may be able to come up with a way of doing a presentation with that. Some of y'all just like to do videos. Some of y'all may want to go outside on an adventure or something like that. So, do whatever you want to. Don't overwhelm yourself, but just hit the criteria and then get it submitted when you're ready. And of course, that is due Friday. So, dissections. The bulk of our hands-on labs for this term were dissections. And so Miss Kuntz at Southwest, she did a squid dissection and videoed it, which covers the criteria that we need to meet for our dissection. So be looking in the next couple of days. I'm going to post a link to that dissection, and I'm going to have some kind of assignment for you to do for that so that we can mark that off of our list. I'm also going to look for another video on one of the dissections that we're going to get to do. And who knows, whenever all of this is over with, and maybe they will allow us to get back together, even if it's this summer, I may send out an invite. We may just all ride up to the school if you can come, and we'll dissect those critters that I've got, because I hate for them to go to waste. And so so that way you can actually do it. And I said by that time, everybody will probably want some human interaction. And it doesn't matter if we're already finished with school. We may get together in July and do it if they'll let us. So, but anyway, so I'm going to be posting some virtual dissections. There's also a couple interactive dissections that some of the science companies that I use have now allowed for us to take part in. And they're doing it for free because of all of this. So if I can get the dissections we need, I'll send links to that, and that'll be where you complete that. Okay. And then next thing is the next unit. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, regardless of whatever happens at North Pike, we still have to complete the curriculum set forth by Southwest, because this is a dual credit. So it doesn't matter, if North Pike, which I don't think they will, but if North Pike came out today and said, school's over, enjoy your summer, but I don't think that will happen. But if they were to say that, this class would not get to do that because we've got to complete our X, Y, and Z. So what I have decided to do is I'm working on it now. I'm going to take our next couple of units and I'm going to merge them together. So you're going to see more assignments, but remember, this class is supposed to be finished with by the 1st of May. And so I'm trying to get that together, and we've got to take a final exam. So I'm going to come up with some kind of final exam or final project that we can do. And I'm hoping to get all of that finished by this weekend so that I can get it posted for you so that Monday you can see what, to expect. Okay. So does anyone have any questions about anything regarding any of this stuff? Anybody? Okay. Well, that's really all that I have for y'all. Does anybody want to share anything?
I want to go back to bed.
You got schoolwork to do, so I don't want to hear it. And you got chores.
I missed the bus. I won't be attending Corona Academy today.
Yeah. Do you realize that technically Kyla and Cameron and Sequoia, after you get your requirements done, you're done. And I guess that means that Tate, Abigail, and Jackson, y'all are kind of exo-official seniors. That's weird.
Hush. Don't say that.
Tate, I tagged your mom in a picture on Facebook from when y'all were in elementary school. You and Madison and Olivia Ling and Lainey and Jackson, and I didn't know the other little girl got
AR.
I don't know. It was 7 years ago. So anyway, I tagged your mom in it. You need to go look at it. It's pretty funny. So anyway. All right. So does anybody have any questions, comments, prayer requests? Anything exciting has happened to you while you've been quarantined at home?
We got a puppy.
Oh, that's good. What kind of puppy did you get?
German Shepherd.
That's what Mr. Fort Mary wants so bad. What'd y'all name her?
Roxy.
Roxy. Is it a girl? Okay, good.
She's
That's not a good.
small.
Yes, they're brilliant. Miss Avent had a German Shepherd. I think her name was Remy. And they said within like a month, they had trained that dog to do tons of things. But she ended up passing away, though. She got into some kind of poison at the neighbor's house. And it had like a blood thinner. I think it was rat poison, because rat poison, basically it's like blood thinner, and so they just bleed out, and that's what happened to Remy, and they couldn't stop it, and she died. But she talked about how brilliant that dog was. Germans breed good dogs. I tell you what, if you have Disney Plus, there is a documentary on Disney Plus called Jackson. What was the name of that thing?
It was like the dog life or something like that.
Like the shapes of dogs or something of
Oh
dogs.
yeah, the shapes and sizes of dogs.
Okay, y'all need to go. If you've got Disney Plus, go look. I think it's under the documentaries under Nat Geo, but it's called The Shapes and Sizes of Dogs, something like that. And it's all these different dogs and what they were bred for. Y'all, it was super interesting. There was some stuff that I knew, but there was some stuff that I didn't know. And they very interesting. Like they show greyhounds and how greyhounds run, and I'd never noticed the way that they run. It's only like about 45 minutes long, but it is well worth watching. It's a good show. So Mr. Fortenberry has instilled that we have to have one educational program every day so that we stimulate our minds. So that's what we've been doing. That, and we're almost finished with the Marvel marathon. We've got 2 more Marvel movies to watch. So, all right. So does anybody have any questions? Is everybody good?
Is Marvel like Avengers?
Yes. We started at the very beginning. We did them in chronological order. So we started with Captain Marvel, and we've trucked our way through. Yesterday, we finished up Ant-Man and Wasp, and today we're going to watch Endgame, and then tomorrow we're going to watch The Last Spider-Man. Was that Far
We
From
watched
Home?
all the Fast and Furious movies.
I've never watched those.
Love
Oh
those.
my gosh, I love those.
I've
They're
heard they're
so
good.
good.
I've heard they're good. I've never watched it. I
My
keep saying I'm
favorite
gonna
one is
watch
the Big One with
Tiger
Tyrese.
King.
I'm watching.
I've been seeing all these memes about
Tiger
King, and
King
I
is
feel
the
completely
best.
yeah, I feel like I'm left
So
out. 'Cause
good.
hey, speaking
Yeah,
of a
haven't
Marvel
watched
and
it.
Avenger, John Krasinski, the guy that plays Jim Halpert on The Office, on Twitter yesterday, they said that he's speaking to Marvel and that he's going to be one of the next big Marvel characters. So I'm
I
super
didn't know
stoked
that.
about that. Yeah, I'm super stoked about that. So, all right. Well, if no one has any questions, I am expecting to see lots of assignments turned in today for those of you who have not turned in everything. And then hopefully I will see everybody's project. If you have any questions about projects, feel free to text me today. I'll have my phone on me. See, what is that in your hand, Tate?
It's a frog. It's a little pottery frog.
I thought it was a real.
I did.
I thought it was real at first. Like, what has she got?
My pet frog.
So anyway, but if I'll have my phone on me, so just shoot me a text if you have any questions. I will tell you that when you send me a private comment on Google Classroom, it's a lot harder for me to see it because I have to go search for it because it just pops up and says private comment left by and your name. If you got something pressing to ask me, like you want a response right away, shoot a message to my to remind, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Okay. So is everybody good? All right. Well, hopefully I'll have some news from the powers that be by the end of the day today. And as soon as I know what they're planning on doing, I will post it in the classroom and then we'll go from there. So be looking Monday. I'm going to post our next couple of units and try to cram them all together so that we can get everything wrapped up before the end of the semester. Okay. All righty. Go back to bed, Cameron. You look sleepy.
I woke up at 8:50.
Okay.
I woke
No,
up
I
Well,
at
that's
get
how
to
8:30.
Meredith usually does every day. So that works out good. All right. Well, I will see y'all later. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.